What's good, y'all? Happy Thanksgiving. Football. You know what I mean? Told y'all, man, I was going to keep it popping. You know what I'm saying? Washington and Dallas. At first, it was looked like it was going to be a blowout, but Washington is only down by 4. Um, 10-14. Second quarter, a minute and some change to go. Then we get down to the halftime report. Man, the Redskins suck this year. So I still call them the Redskins. 4-7? That's bad, man. Just hang it up and quit, bro. Nah, don't quit. You never quit in sports. Good catch. But yeah, hope everybody is probably full from eating Thanksgiving. Um, it's just one of these situations, man, where you get like, oh boy, some of these football games. G Money was right about some of these football games. They need to switch it up on Thanksgiving, man. You don't see the NBA doing that. The NBA has different teams, different games every year. Switch it up a little bit, man. Because the NBA games that come on for Christmas is going to be probably popping. I don't know the NBA Christmas games, but I like to know what the schedule is. Matter of fact, that's a good question. Hey, Google, what are the NBA Christmas games?
According to Wikipedia, games held by the National Basketball Association on Christmas Day, December 25th, have been an annual tradition since the league's second season in 1947. Since 2008, 5 games have been
I'm
played
not
on
just giving
Christmas.
me the history. I don't want the history. Hey, Google, what games are on Christmas Day, 2023?
The Bucks will play the Knicks on December 25th at 9 a.m. The
Okay.
Warriors will take on the Nuggets at 11:30 a.m. The Celtics will take on the Lakers at 2 p.m.
Oh, Lakers and Celtics. That's a good one. Lakers and Celtics. Old school tradition right there. That's not bad. I just forget who he said the Bucks is playing. But you know. Hey Google, can you repeat that?
Sure, the Bucks will play the Knicks on December 25th at
Oh,
9
Bucks
a.m.
and Knicks.
The Warriors will take on the Nuggets at 11:30 a.m. The Celtics will take on the Lakers at 2 p.m.
Okay. Okay. Warriors Nuggets. That's good. That's good. Bucks and Knicks. I mean, that's solid. It's solid. I'm not gonna go crazy over it. It's solid. Bucks and Knicks is a solid matchup. Yeah. Ain't gonna go crazy though. Because the Knicks only getting played because they're in New York. It's just a New York thing. That's the only reason why they're getting played.
Sorry, I don't understand.
No need to understand, Google. Thank you. See, Google is still responding and talking back to me.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Wow. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Nope. That quote that they just got mentioned on my Google Assistant is not the right quote that I need. That is definitely not the right quote that I need. Thanksgiving is all right for me, man. I had the typical chicken stuffing, macaroni and cheese. Thanksgiving start to lose its feel sometimes, man. It really does start to lose its feel. It's not the same anymore, man. 20-10. Cowboys going to win this game with ease. Washington's just not a good team this year. They suck. This is going to be an easy win for Washington. I mean, for Dallas, excuse me. Yeah, Dallas is dominating, and they dominate in a slow way, G Money. They don't even need to put foot to ass on this one. It's just one of those easy games to, go about and win. Oh, here come. Oh, man, what a bad throw. Man, Washington just went down the drain. Remember when Washington was actually a contender? They were a solid team. They're one of the weakest teams in the division. But none of these two teams are better than my Eagles. These are division rivals right here. Redskins and Cowboys. But the Redskins can't compete. They just can't do it. This reminds me of a guy in New York. He was a diehard Washington. I'm saying Redskins because that's what we're used to. He was a diehard Redskins fan, and every year him and his pops will watch the Thanksgiving games or Redskin games. So shout out to him, man. He was Redskins all the way. Yeah, they balling. They definitely balling. Tomorrow's NBA games. What we got scheduled for tomorrow? Because I'm gonna be on again tomorrow, talking about some of these NBA games and see what's the schedule for tomorrow's NBA games. Let's just see what's the best NBA game for tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Okay, Celtics and Magic. I'm not watching it, but it's on a reasonable time. Suns and Memphis. That's okay. I may do the Memphis Grizzlies and Phoenix Suns. 4:30. We got the Knicks and Heat. A little bit rematch of the playoffs. The Heat went down a little bit, not that bad. Uh, the Kings and Minnesota T-Wolves. Nuggets and Rockets. I'm not watching that. The Bucks and Wizards. Not into that one. Detroit and Indiana. I won't be checking that one out. And then last but not least, actually we got a couple. We got Spurs and Warriors. Pelicans and Clippers. Clippers already beat the Pelicans. Should be another easy win for the Clippers. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Clippers beat the Spurs. The Spurs play the Warriors. The Clippers are playing the Pelicans. This is going to be a bigger challenge for the Clippers. Definitely a bigger challenge for the Clippers. So, yeah. Halftime report, 20-10. Cowboys over the Commanders. Oh, what a stupid name, right? The Commanders. Imagine having a football team named the Commanders. You could have came up with so much better names than the Commanders. What a whack-ass name. Oh, boy. I'm a little stuffed. I had to do eating that Thanksgiving stuff. Oh, boy. Hold on. Trying to look up something here. So yeah, to check this out a little bit. So yeah, I'll be on for the what game was that? Yeah, the Phoenix Suns game. I'll be on live for that one. That seems like a good game to talk about because I wasn't impressed with the Phoenix Suns as of late. So that's a good one. Do you think Pat Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the NFL? I say yes. Until somebody beat him and we prove otherwise, he's still the best quarterback in the NFL. Not going to let one game change my opinion on Pat Mahomes. Now, I'm glad that the Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs, but that still doesn't change that Pat Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the league. Just because he lost, he's not that doesn't take anything away from him. But their division is easy to win. There's nobody that can stop them in that division. If you ask me, I don't see a Miami beating Kansas City. I don't see a Cincinnati beating Kansas City. So they may very well be back in the Super Bowl again. Oops, this stuff keep falling off. We got the halftime report with Jim Brown and them boys. Jim Brown looking sharp with that tie on. Boom. Cowboys always look good against bad teams, but they don't play good against good teams. That's a true pretender, non-contender. Sam Howell. What a whack-ass quarterback for the Washington. Washington got a long way to go, man. They got a lot of learning to do. A lot of learning to do. Damn, he built like a dude built like a truck though. You see him run for that touchdown? He built like a truck. It's a big boy. That's a big quarterback. I take it Green Bay won. They beat Detroit. I didn't finish the game. Let's see who won. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they got solid receivers, but still, yeah. Who won the Lions and oh wow. Green Bay beat the Lions. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big boy, G Money. He built like what's that dude? Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger was a big quarterback. Big dudes. Yeah. The Packers got busy. Man, what the hell is going on? They doing dog fighting next door or something? All I'm hearing is dogs attacking each other. What the fuck is this? The fuck they got going on? Is somebody got like 20 dogs in their house? The fuck? That's crazy, man. Too much dogs. I can't even hear myself talk. Baltimore Ravens is going to be a problem, though. I think Baltimore Ravens got what it takes to knock off a team like Kansas City. But beating Kansas City is easier said than done. A lot of people had to learn that the hard way. All right. I'm responding to people giving me happy Thanksgiving and happy birthday quotes. So that's why I'm a little distracted. Now, when I was talking about OKC, um, they get a lot of draft picks, but if they keep making the playoffs, those draft picks won't mean that much. People do realize that, right? So having a lot of draft picks can only get you so far because you can't keep drafting top-notch talent and make the postseason. You're automatically going to get a lower seed. So once you find those cornerstone players, you can't get greedy. You can't keep drafting. Like if you got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, you got Shat Holmgren, and let's say Josh Giddey. Now Josh Giddey's in trouble because he was there's the reports out that he was messing with a youngster, a little underage. But I mean that's some off the court stuff. I mean, so hopefully that don't lead to nothing. But anyway, let's just say you build around those three guys. If you build around those three guys and they make the playoffs every season, all you could do is make trades and build around those three guys. You can't keep getting top draft picks. You know, that's the thing about draft picks. Once you get your franchise player, that's it. Once you get one or two franchise players, you're done. Look at the original OKC draft picks: Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden. So even if they had other draft picks, they couldn't get number one no more because they were making the postseason every year. Speaking of Josh Giddey, he just turned off all comments and made his Instagram account all black based off the claims that was made against him with these you know what. So hopefully that's not true. You don't want to be getting in trouble as NBA players, man. Do stuff the legal way. Hold on, what we got here? Everybody cooking the Lakers online about the Kyrie Irving comeback. But I mean, Kyrie Irving's capable of doing that. He's a closer. He's a showstopper. You know, he got hot. That's all that is to it. Salute, Poppy. No, no, the Cowboys are pretenders. Definitely. Cowboys are definitely pretenders. They can only compete against bad teams. If you can't compete against good teams, you're not a contender. You got to be able to run with the big dogs. In order to run with the oh shit, my stuff keep dropping. In order to run with the big dogs, you're going to have to compete with some of the best teams in the league, and they can't do that. So yeah. So yeah, they are pretenders to the fullest. Okay. So, oh my God, they got Dolly Parton singing a song. Are you serious? She looked like she pushing 70. Sit your old ass down. You don't need to be singing. She must be a big Dallas Cowboy fan. I wonder how it is to grow up in Texas. Texas got that feel. It's just like that average 9 to 5 feel. I always thought of living in Texas like, you ever seen the cartoon King of the Hill? I always imagine a lifestyle of living in Texas like that. You know, plain Jane, just regular stuff. Yeah, KD's been playing good. You know, they had their little game winning streak. I'm still not too impressed with Phoenix though. So yeah, I don't know. I picked the Phoenix Suns to make the finals, but I don't know if they could do it. You know, it's funny also going back to this whole since we're watching the Dallas Cowboys play, and you know how they say everything's big in Texas. Well, if you're a brother, you will love Texas. You get big plates of food, all of that good stuff, right? Everything's big in Texas, big guns. You know, I always looked at myself as a guy that could adapt to life in Texas. It's very wholesome. You know, they don't tolerate much bullshit. They just get the job done and they go about their day. You know, it's not a hip state. It's not a hip city. If you want something more hip, you got to go along the lines of New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami. Those are the hip places for the youngsters. But when you get older, you like a place like Dallas, Texas. It's laid back. It just don't have the money and certain things that comes along with it. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Hope she sit down. Stop singing. I hate country music. That's probably one of the things I wouldn't like about being in Texas is the country music. But you know, it's a very wholesome, quiet place, man. You know, it's Texas. It's like watching King of the Hill. Hey, Bobby. No, picture myself being like Hank Hill, coming outside in front of my house with a can of beer and having to do like Booming Howard walk, like, what's up, man? You know, you know how them Texas dudes talk with that accent? Shout out to Texas, man. Shout out to Texas. That gang's the most hippest part of Texas will have to be Houston. You know what Charles Barkley said about San Antonio. Everything's big in San Antonio. They eat big over there. They shake the floor, man. They break the floor on you. So those are just like some cities I would have loved to go to. Salute, Terry. I'm sorry if y'all see me like looking down. I'm just getting happy birthday greets. I'm getting happy Thanksgiving greets. You know, Texas got to be one of those places I could go and hide out for like 2 months. Just live a normal life of eating ribs, barbecue chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Come out like a big Texan. Oh, yeah, no doubt, son. No doubt. Matter of fact, let me let y'all in if y'all want to come in. What the fuck is wrong with my shit? Oh, yeah, no doubt. Long Beach in the house, baby. Stoop Dog, Vince Staples. Long Beach represent. I love Long Beach. Got a lot of good Filipino communities, a lot of good Asian food. I fuck with Long Beach. I haven't been to Long Beach in a hot minute, but yeah, man. Yeah, no doubt we got to link up, man. Get one of those good old-fashioned California barbecues, or we could link up just to play some ball a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, for sure. Houston is your favorite city in Texas. The clubs down there are fire. Okay, I mean, I could agree with you on that. There's just something about Texas that's just wholesome and good, man. It's just the good life. You live in certain parts. It's just really nice. You know, I fuck with Texas, man. I don't even like down south too much. There's not too many places in the south that I like, but Texas, New Orleans, I could get with. I could get with that. All right, thank you, man. You know. Shout out to James Harden. Yeah, Houston is popping, man. Houston is definitely popping. It's not like fast paced like New York, Chicago, or even LA. It's not hip because these are more like if you live in those cities, those are young people cities. But if you want just like a good city, good old fashioned traditional values, Houston and Dallas is where it's at. All right, salute, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the happy birthdays, man. I got them flooded on my phone. I got them flooded here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I like Miami, but it's a young person city. It's a party city. If you're young, you're going to love Miami. If you're in your 20s, you're going to love Miami. If you're in your 30s, late 30s, early 40s, you may get me the hell up out of here. That's the honest truth, unless you're some type of old dude that's living a lifestyle like still being in the club. If you're one of those type of dudes, you're gonna love you may love Miami. Oh, Seattle's definitely beautiful. Only thing I don't like about Seattle, they need to bring an NBA team back. The only thing I don't like about Seattle is that sometimes it rains too much. And I don't like rainy weather all day because it reminds me of New York and it gets that Gotham City dark feel. See, here's the thing about New York. New York is a very dark city. Okay, it's a very gritty, dark city. And once it starts raining and that cold weather kick in, man, you on them cold streets of New York, you got to have eyes behind your head. You know what I'm saying? So New York has always had a reputation for a very aggressive city. Matter of fact, if you're a tourist and you're walking around New York, they're gonna sell you shirts that says "Welcome to New York" with a gun popping off. No other city do that. No other city do that. Only in New York. That shows you how New York get down. Yeah, it is so nice. You definitely ain't lying about that. The NBA really missed out on not giving those boys a bringing it back to the NBA, because a lot of players would have loved just to go to Seattle to relax. They stay out of trouble. Your whole town is DC. You ain't classy too. Yeah, it's classy, no doubt. DC is classy. Word. Chicago, man, Chicago, Philly, they remind me of New York. So I don't really get too excited of it. I don't like copycat cities. I like cities that's different. Like you got Miami and LA. They're like copycat cities, but here's the flash. Miami copies LA. LA is the originator of all of that beach city stuff. I mean, Miami's the copycat. Who's more aggressive, New York or Philly? I would say, man, that's a hard question. Philly is a fucking grimy city too. It's like the sixth borough. It's a 9 to 5, grimy, no nonsense, aggressive city, just like New York. But I would say ultimately New York, because New York has the reputation. Philly don't get shirts with a gun on it that say "Welcome to New York." You know, need I say more? Yeah, Baltimore definitely needed an NBA team. Baltimore needs teams, period. You know, Baltimore has a large African American community. Um, they don't get that much jobs. So the more sport teams you put there, the more jobs you could get. What the fuck is with these dogs, man? I can't barely talk right now because too much dogs barking. Like they about to fight or some shit. What the fuck? Hey yo, Poppy, look, yo, Poppy, look at me, son. Poppy, look at me. Check it out. Look at it. See, I got apparel for everywhere I go. I got the Eagles jacket. I got the Philippines jacket. You see, y'all know I'm Mr. International, so I gotta go to the Philippines where I rock this where I go to the Philippines. I got my New York, Queens, New York jacket. Y'all know I'm from New York. I got LA, I rep downtown, you know. So LA's my second home. New York's my first home. And Philippines is my third home. So nah, I don't need no 49er jacket. Yeah, man. But y'all 49ers, y'all still good. Y'all still good. Y'all still a good team. I think my Knicks are nothing worthy of talking about. I think the Knicks suck. I think they're just good for a couple regular season games. They're a bunch of pretenders. I mean, they're the Knicks. What's there to talk about? See, people always say, yo, why you don't talk about the Knicks? What is there to talk about with the Knicks? They're not nobody special. They're just the Knicks. They got nothing popping. I look me up that LAX. Dog, I'm everywhere, man. I'm everywhere. Yeah, when you was in the Philippines, you should have copped some merch. Check this out. Hold on. Speaking of the NFL, I had to rep it. Come on now. I had to rep it, man. I was repping this when we was playing Kansas City. Gave Kansas City that ass whooping. Let's go, Eagles. Let's go, Eagles. Give me my seat, man. Stop playing with my Eagles. Give us a Super Bowl already. We deserve a Super Bowl. We've been title contenders 2 years in a row. We had some of the best records in the NFL. We deserve to go to the Super Bowl. For real, for real. Yes, I would trade Julius Randle in a heartbeat. I would trade everybody on that New York Knicks team except Jalen Brunson. And I would trade him if the right package come along. So everybody's up for trades. In order to get my superstars, I would absolutely deplete that New York Knicks team because they're not going nowhere. What's the point of keeping that team if they can't win the championship as constructed? They're never going to win the championship with that fucking roster. You see, now my blood is starting to boil because I want the Knicks to win. So it gets me upset when they do these stupid moves and they don't have enough talent to win the championship. Oh, man. Let me calm down. See, man, fuck the Knicks, really. Knicks is enough to give you a headache. And this is coming from a Knicks fan. You know, God. So, yes, I'll trade everybody on that team. But here's the thing. I want either Joel Embiid or Giannis, which seems almost impossible to get for the Knicks. Yes, and he was going to go to the Knicks until Kyrie Irving talked his ass to go to the Nets. What a clusterfuck that was. You just let Kyrie Irving talk you into going to a team you didn't want to go to. You didn't win shit on that team. You could have been with the Knicks right now, and you probably would have been playing with a Julius Randle or a Jalen Brunson. You could have been playing with both of them, with solid role players. We may not have all those draft picks if we got those guys, because we'd be making the playoffs every year. But see, look, I got to get iced out for the Eagles a little bit. See, I mean, look at your boy. I got to get, what I'm saying? I got to go out with the New York swag, Now, if people say, yo, you from New York, man, why you don't rock the Jets or Giants? Man, it's fucking football. You don't have to be a fan of a team that you're not from. My man Terry is a fan of San Fran, right? But he an LA County brother. I mean, he's a Long Beach brother. You don't have to be from a city to like a certain team. Now, that may fly in baseball and basketball, but in football, they got Dallas Cowboy fans here in Los Angeles. There's fucking New Orleans Saints fans here in California. Washington Redskins fans here in California, and they're not even from these states. That's just the team that they rock with. Kyrie scammed them. Kyrie scammed a lot of people. Kyrie really did fuck Kevin Durant's legacy up a little bit. Because Kevin Durant could have went to a much better team and stayed on it, and they could have been building around him right now to a point that he had probably had a championship by now. Following Kyrie around fucked you up. Now, I am going to give a wrench to Terry and G Money. I just got to figure out how the fuck you do that, to be honest with you. And I see some YouTubers doing that, but I got to figure out a way to do that. Privacy franchise, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you can't blame Washington, dog, man. It's just that they got the best hope they had was Bradley Beal. And they got rid of him to try to get some draft picks. They just got to draft properly right, because you're only going to get like 2 or 3 chances to get franchise players if you build into the draft. You're not going to get like a top 5 draft pick every single year, even if you have a first-round draft pick, because every time you make the playoffs, your team loses chances of getting a top draft pick. See how the NBA is rigged like that? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Since I got the Eagles jacket on, I might as well complete the look. Hold on. Yeah, they let Porzingis go. So look at that. I'm matching all around. Eagles gear everywhere. Eagles gear everywhere. We're not even playing today, but since it's football on, I'm going to rock with my Eagles apparel. So all you Dallas Cowboy fans know that this is the team that most likely going to be winning the NFL Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did. Yeah, the Knicks let Porzingis go too. He just demanded a trade. That shows you that the Knicks are a piece of shit when it comes to building teams. You had a guy that could have been a future all-star with your franchise, and you let him go. He wanted to leave. He wanted to leave. What does that show you? That he wanted to leave. Let that soak in. Let that soak in a little bit, that he wanted to leave. Okay? That's really, really out there, that he wanted to leave. Oh, yes. Donovan McNabb, he got us to the Super Bowl, but we couldn't win. But that's all right. Nick Foles gave us a one in 2018. If I rinse out this jacket hard enough, I could still taste some of the champagne from 2018. It's not too long ago. But we should have won last year, and we should win this year, to be honest with you. Yeah, Dolan got to sell the team. He got to sell the team. They just don't know how to build the team. They're idiots at building franchises. Now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and that roster is just not good enough to win a championship. It's a waste of a roster. You know, they don't got the grit that the Miami Heat have. You know, now we supposed to beat the Miami Heat if you look at it on paper. On paper, technically, we were supposed to beat the Miami Heat, but we had no answers for them guys. Go figure. Go figure. You know. So, yeah, man. I got my New York Mets apparel, too. Rock my Mets colors. Thank you. When you want to leave one of the best cities in the United States, 8 million people strong. That says something. That's like a player saying, I want to leave LA. How many players you know want to leave the Lakers? Nobody answers for a trade to leave the Lakers. You get depressed when you do leave the Lakers. You know, be like, damn, this sunny California weather, I can't have it no more. I got to leave Los Angeles. I'm depressed. I'm depressed. I got to leave Los Angeles. Because LA is special, man. LA is a special city. I'm from New York. I'm a New Yorker. And I can tell you this, New Yorkers leave New York, right? And sometimes they don't look back. We leave New York and we don't look back. We say, you can have it. People come to LA from all over the place. They stay and they don't leave. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Yeah. Man, Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole in the face. He had Rudy Gobert in a headlock. He becoming like the enforcer of the NFL, man. He just kicking everybody's ass. That's all he's doing. He just kicking ass and taking names. Pretty much. I'm going to be on a lot for NBA games tomorrow. We're going to talk a lot of NBA talk tomorrow. For sure. And I want to thank y'all. We almost going 4,000 strong on this channel. And we almost going 1,000 strong on Just Prince TV, where I talk hip hop. And I get so much of a different audience. People like to talk about street shit with me and, you know, East Coast and, you know, all that type of stuff, you know. So yeah, man. Yeah, man, Draymond Green would have knocked the shit out of Charles. Well, I mean, Charles Oakley would have knocked the shit out of Draymond Green. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm still active on Just Prince TV, no doubt. Not as active as I'm on this one, but I'm still active. You know, it's a different zone, man. I talk about politics, countries, hip hop, but a lot of people on it, is almost 1,000 subscribers. But all of those people, now it's like 890, something like that. All of those people on that channel, they're all hip hop heads. And that's the problem with YouTube. Because sometimes I want to talk about different stuff, but my audience is all hip hop. So I can't talk video games. I can't talk country sometimes. I can't talk about just life in general, the stuff that we go through, because all they want to talk about is hip hop. And that's when you back your channel into a corner because you made it all about one thing. And now you got to speak about one thing and one thing only. And for me, all I have to talk about is hip hop, you know, because that's what the audience mostly is. Drake as a rapper, I give him a 5. He's good at making songs like R&B songs, but hip hop, being a MC, Drake is not an MC, he's a rapper. That's two complete different things. And in order to be an MC, your freestyle game got to be on point. You got to know how to battle rappers, and you got to know how to spit. If I tell you rap right now, right in front of me, and you can't do it, you can't freestyle, you're not much of an MC. An MC is a guy that could, right off the dome, dropping lyrics. AZ, a Nas, a guy like that, a J. Cole. You know, not one of those guys on social media you see with holding their phone like this. That's not a rapper. Man, freestyle, dog. Stop freestyling written shit off your phone. Show us what your real MC skills is. Top of the dome. How fast that brain generates words. Spit like a machine gun. That's the MC. Yeah. Yo, yo, Hooper. When you're on a phone and you're looking at lyrics and you're writing stuff you write down, people don't want to hear that. You're supposed to be freestyling. You know, show us the MC. You know, but yeah, man, rap music been around for 5 decades, and it's almost trash. You know, it lost its identity a while ago. Rap music was really strong for about 3 decades. The 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. I say the 2010s was bad. The 2020s are really bad. And we got these last 2 decades of hip hop have really been trash. Really flat out trash. You know. But the first 3 decades of hip hop were awesome. You know. Yeah, not Nas this saving hip hop by himself. You know, I hope AZ's coming out with a new album, and he's been all over social media talking. And he said he will be open to doing an album with Nas, but he got to make sure that people want it. Like, what audience will want a Nas and AZ album? And I'm raising my hand. I would. You're underestimating the people that would love to see an AZ and Nas album. You know, now hip hop is a young man's game, and I understand. An average 15-year-old kid in high school or a 16-year-old kid in high school is not going to appeal to a guy like Nas or AZ, right? It's different generation. You have to almost win that audience all over again. And since hip equates to being young and it cannot be controlled, it only stays with you for a while, you lose it. The older you get, the less hip you become. All right? So you're already losing a little bit connection with the youth. But there's always the hop. The hop are the older audience. Okay? The older audience will stay with you forever. The ones that growed up with you, that was teens, they got married, they had kids, they will always be checking for your music, right? And you could still make a living off hip hop with that audience. So that's why it's so important to get the biggest audience you can while you're in your prime, because those people will stay with you even when they get old, because that's the type of hip hop they want to listen to. Simple. Now, since this game is a pretty much of a blowout, we know the Cowboys are going to win. I'm about to say my goodbyes for today, but before I say my goodbyes for the day, happy Thanksgiving to Hooper, happy Thanksgiving to Terry, happy Thanksgiving to G Money. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna still be here strong, keeping that real sports community going. You know, it is what it is. You take AZ over Jay-Z days, weeks, and twice on Sunday. Hey, AZ definitely is a better MC than Jay-Z. Definitely. Jay-Z is a better songwriter, though. And he get better producers. But he's not a better rapper. So I get where you come from with that. You know, because there's many levels and many layers to hip-hop. You know. You know. So, and some people ask me like, you think you a hip hop guru? You think you a hip hop master? I'm from New York. Okay? I'm a black man from New York. Talking to a black man from New York about hip hop, and the chances of him not knowing about it are like going to Mexico and talking to a Mexican and they don't speak Spanish. Okay? The chances of a Mexican not speaking Spanish is really low. The chances of a black man from New York City not knowing about hip hop are very slim. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, I mean, what? It's the simple. But anyway, man, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We out. Peace.